The latest version of Premiere Pro just came out, and with it, a number of features that I thought would interest content creators in particular. So, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down those features, and that's it. That's all there's to do. So, let's just hop into it. Let's go. Right now! This is the second time I'm recording this video, in case you didn't realize. The first time, I had a full mug of tea and I drank it all. And now it's empty, so round two. I made a full video about this back when it came out in beta under the moniker of Adobe Podcast, but now it's out of beta and available right inside Premiere Pro. To access it, you just need to select a clip, go to Essential Sound Panel, select Dialogue, and Enhanced Speech will be up at the top. Hit Enhance and it'll start working. What's cool is you can then use the slider to decide how much you want your speech actually affected. Now, I've been using Enhanced Speech on a number of projects since it first came out, and while it is an incredible tool, it's definitely one that's to be used in moderation and quite tactfully. See, when it's cranked to the max, you end up getting these awful and horrible audio artifacts. So I do find that the sweet spot is somewhere in the middle, but best yet, if you can take your enhanced speech and then layer that over the original unenhanced speech and then kind of play around with the mix, I find you get a very natural and nice kind of speaking tone with that. I actually used it recently on my travel tech video because I forgot to plug this mic in and instead ended up using the internal mic on my camera like a dummy, just like a big old dumb guy. And while it didn't sound perfect, it did do quite a good job at cleaning up that audio and adding like a little bit more depth and resonance to my voice. Also, pro tip, if you're not getting the exact kind of results that you want, then I'd recommend taking the enhanced speech, layering that again over your normal speech, but then combining those and then running that through Enhance one more time. I've had to do that a few times on some particularly tricky scenarios, and it's gotten me out of more than one pickle jar. I'm not sure what I am in this situation, if I'm a pickler or if I'm something that's gotten into the pickle jar that needs to get out. But like I said, this is an incredible tool, but again, one that you should use sparingly and absolutely should not rely on. I feel like this could become the thing where when you're on set, you're like, don't worry about it, we'll use speech enhancement. We will literally fix it in post. So if you feel that thought coming up in your brain, disregard it. No, just instead put up a blanket or move the mic closer to whatever. Just don't rely on it, okay? That's all I'm saying. But someplace where I can see it being really useful and situations I've actually used it before is improving the audio quality on a smartphone, or improving the audio quality on those like little wireless mics that can plug into a smartphone that you see on TikTok sometimes. And actually, speaking of TikTok, you can now upload directly to TikTok from Premiere Pro. Now, you could already do this in Resolve, but like, whatever. It's not like it's like objectively the best NLE or anything, you know? It's not like it's objective. Just go to the export tab, toggle TikTok on. Good Lord, say that 5 times fast. Toggle TikTok on, toggle TikTok on, toggle TikTok on. Actually, that's not that hard. Never mind. Toggle TikTok on, sign into your account, and it's good to go. From there, you can decide whether it posts directly to TikTok or if it just goes to your drafts. You can also create a caption, add a cover image, select a privacy setting, and choose whether or not people can comment, duet, or stitch. To be honest, I'm not sure if I could ever see myself using this to upload directly to TikTok, but I could see myself using this to upload to the draft. You see, TikTok may or may not favor those who use TikTok's like in-house tools to create captions and whatnot. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's the case. I'll have to test it out, but nevertheless, uploading straight to drafts from Premiere, that's pretty cool. Objectively, the coolest and most chill and vibiest feature on this list is the fact that Premiere Pro now supports emojis. I've never used emojis, and I probably won't. Or maybe I will. Now they're available, why not? You know? I could even replace myself with an emoji, and then I wouldn't even have to be in these videos. I would just have to have my little emoji person who just has that little emoji hat and drinks their little emoji tea and records on an emoji camera, and maybe I'd live in an emoji house with an emoji cat. This is the last feature I'm going to talk about today, but quite a cool one because I'd actually never heard of this. You see, I'm not really much of a designer, so I wasn't aware that a color font was anything, and in my head all fonts could have color, so this wasn't really any different. But I found out that a color font is actually a font that can have multiple colors within it. So you can actually end up with some really cool and out there results for video titles or captions, such as captions that look like a goo, or captions that look like pizza, or captions that are just hairy. Just hairy captions. And it's not like these effects were impossible to create beforehand, but I guess what's really cool is that now they're available just right inside Premiere and act and kind of respond as if they're just normal text and normal fonts. One thing I did notice is that you can't actually change the color on some of these, which I guess kind of makes sense, but again, other than that, they respond exactly like regular fonts. I'm going to try and test some of these captions out in some short form content, so if you want to see that, then you should go follow me on some of those platforms. You'll see my name is somewhere in this frame. Can you find it? Little Easter egg, put in the comments if you can see it. If you can see my username, put it in the comments. It's like a little game. Up my engagement. Yay. Content. So if you liked this video, why don't you go toss me a like or a subscribe, because in case you didn't realize, it is free to do and it's only beneficial for you, to be honest. I mean, I'll appreciate it, but you'll be the one who gets the real benefit out of it. Or if this video turned you off Premiere entirely, I wouldn't blame you, but also, lucky for you, I do have a video that is a beginner's guide on Resolve, so maybe go check that one out and you'll like that one more, which would be cool. But until then, my name is Robin, and I'll see you in the next one. Slán leat.